Let's begin. So you draw a line for the horizon. It's called a horizon line. I did that, you can see, with a pencil. Okay. Now what I'm doing is putting on my first coat. Okay, now with acrylics, you have to do at least 3 coats minimal to complete a painting. So I'm putting down some watercolor tape, which is great tape. You can use anything, any type of masking tape, just so I don't have to draw a perfectly straight line there or paint a perfectly straight line. And now I continue with the first coat. All acrylic paintings begin by putting down a first coat. Now, it's smart when you put down a first coat to mix a certain amount of white into whatever color you're using, in this case, blue. So I would say it's about 25 to 30% white mixed in. And then, of course, you can't just paint with paint. Keep this in mind, because you will ruin your painting if you try to just paint with just paint. Acrylic paint is too thick. So you need to wet your brush often. You need to have water mixed into the paint by just wetting your brush. You want to put that first coat on really smoothly. And now I just continue, and of course I'm going to speed this up a little so it doesn't take too long. Putting tape down on top of the bottom of my sky where the horizon begins, so that I could paint a coat on the ocean. I already put a very light, thin brown coat with some white in it for the sand. And now what I'm doing is I'm putting a base down. Again, I just want to remind you, mix about 30% white into it. Make sure you keep your brush wet as you go. I will start to speed this up so it doesn't take forever. And now watch how carefully, even though this is fast, high speed, I carefully go along the shape of where the sand begins. And I just really careful. I use the corner right side of the brush, and that's the base. Watch as I paint. Now, of course, a lot of this I'm going to speed up so it doesn't take too long. But I want you to watch. You're going to see me use the side of a 1/2-inch brush. And you can even do this with a larger brush, like a 1-inch brush, if you choose to. A square brush, one that's flat. And what you're going to do is use the side of the brush to put the bases down for the clouds. And then after that, you're going to practice doing half circles to start getting the feel of doing a cloud, okay? And cumulus clouds are what we're working with, and cumulus clouds have a lot of half circles. Most clouds are not symmetrical. Most things in nature are random, so try to have a randomness to your clouds. At this point, I want you to watch really carefully. I'm not going to speed everything up because you really need to see how I do the brush strokes. So please watch carefully. Please do not speed through this video. If you do so, like a lot of my high school students like to just race through videos, don't do that. You need to really watch how I do the strokes so that you can mimic it. And again, and I'll say it over and over, make sure you're painting your clouds on a wet surface. You're just blending colors at this point. Use the side of the brush and blend colors for the ocean. It's sort of like you're getting just the base of the ocean down. As we move further on, I'll show you how we start to do waves. Notice that I start putting dark blues under the waves. Start to add thin, not thick, dark tints of color underneath the white of the waves. notice that I've been adding texture to the waves. Tiny little dots, white dots, for texture to the waves. And then I take a big brush and I use the side of the brush to put the white across where my big wave's going to be. And then from that point in, most of it is done with the side brush, except for a tiny brush here and there sometimes for creating foam.